All right, I'm gonna continue on. Okay. I'm not actually doing a sci-fi movie intro like somebody's part. When I was younger, I like to do people's impressions. I like to do their parts. Just because it's like a scumbag getting the main acting role, and I'm left as an extra. You know, you know what I mean. No matter how ridiculous they are, I might want to kind of take their spot, just because I want to be in that spot. Hey, I spent a lot of decades with no spot in nowhere. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So. Let's leave the intro where it is. I actually posted it, but I had to do. I got a little busy. I wanted to post it. I posted it already. I put it to upload. But let's continue. Let's leave that behind and let's continue. Leave the actual speech behind. So so yeah. So that I do believe that. I do believe that in today's world, um, everybody wants to be softer. You know what I mean? Soft is cuddly, soft is nice, soft is beautiful, soft is relaxing, soft makes the heart want to relax. Everybody likes soft, you know what I mean? Like Charmin, the tissue paper, they say, oh, this is the softest toilet paper, tissue paper around. We're so, people love soft. A woman is having sex with someone she considers hard or high profile, and she's afraid to tell anybody. She doesn't want to tell anybody. You know what I mean? A woman marries the softest little cuddly teddy bear in the world, and she tells the whole world that I married this guy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's almost like people don't want to tolerate anything hard. You know what I mean? Everything is supposed to be set up. Everything is supposed to, I mean, come on, let's face it. Tell me something. Tell me something. You guys watch sports. Do you ever, and this is a question for the audience here. Do you ever watch a sport, and I'm talking about a televised popular sport. Do you ever watch it and think to yourself like, wow, that play was so fixed? Do you ever think to yourself like, you might watch a game and it takes I don't know how many minutes, right? The whole game, and think to yourself like, dude, there were at least 3 or 4 moments there where I thought that everything was completely set up. Now that's not what I thought athletics was about. I thought athletics was about genuine competition with people pushing and trying their hardest, and then somebody winning and somebody losing. Somebody goes home a winner and he's happy. Somebody goes home a loser and they're crying, right? Or in the old days when they had gold, silver, and bronze. I mean, if you got a bronze medal, you're still happy because you got a medal, and you're number 3 out of the whole world. It's almost like our society just wants everything softer, because soft is easier to control. Soft is less threatening. We all like soft. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But what I want to say is that there's a reason that I'm saying this. Is that I think people lately have been thinking like, dude, let's go croc hunting. Let's go shark hunting. You know what I mean? They're thinking to themselves, let's go hunting, And I think they've started to find out how difficult it really is. And then upon understanding how difficult it is, you have people doing it here, doing it, so many people doing it, they go, how can we make this easier? How can we make this easier? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But that's all I had. I wanted to start off with that. I guess it's a rolling start, but I have nothing to really talk about. I like to post more videos. I just don't always have content in my head. Sometimes I can talk for a while, and sometimes it's like 2 minutes and I'm done. But I'm done for now. If I come back with a refreshing idea, we'll get on with that. Right now, I'm not. Anyways, that's it. Just to clarify, I do like pumping the guns every now and then, and by pumping I mean for the photos, which is typically I get I will do. I was doing it every day. That was kind of cause that was just part of my routine. It just became part of my routine to do it. That's why I was doing it so consistently. But now with this and everything that's going on, I don't really know what's really going on. It's hard for me to just get meals in. In this facility, the meals are, I gotta be honest, they're almost inedible. The meals are terrible. I never eat any of the meals. You have an option to go to commissary. You can go to commissary and you can get just commissary items like your necessities. You can get shampoo, body wash, conditioner, ramen noodles, some frozen foods like frozen pizza or frozen pasta, frozen mac and cheese. Like today, I had frozen mac and cheese. I got lucky. I had one, and I had a frozen mac and cheese that was microwaved. You get your drinks, your pops, your juices. You can buy bananas, but that's it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. In the commissary, they don't take care of anything. You get beef jerky that's spoiled and things like that. You can get chocolate bars, but they charge quite a bit for the chocolate bars. All right, that's it. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Oh, I do have an idea. I just got this. Okay. Here's the thing, right? If I am embarrassed to be myself, listen to this. If I'm embarrassed to be myself, I am going to be the worst version of myself. Versus if I'm proud to be myself, I am going to be the best version of myself. I've seen patterns in this world. You're studying different people and you see that they have different patterns. You know what I mean? You study them and you will see people who are hanging on by a thread. Now you got to have a good eye for this. Now if you have a good eye and you're studying somebody, you might watch them and go, this guy is totally on. He really is who he says he is. He is who he claims to be, though he's hanging on by a thread. You know what I mean? He's almost fallen off. Yet he is so genuinely himself that if we could pull him off, we'd be pulling off everybody like easily. You know what I mean? That's what people think. Now the thing is that that's not the case anymore. That was the case before because I grew up in a kind of setting, with the schools and everything. It was just like there weren't even any gangs really. It was just like I know that in the States they started making gangs right away. Very young. And the gang culture is really big. Here it wasn't really big. It was just stupid kids. You'd have 4 or 5 stupid kids in the whole school who wanted to drink and smoke weed, right? Or do drugs or smoke cigarettes. And all those kids typically had bad habits and were went through their own difficult situations, which I don't want to speak on. But that was typically the case, versus in States, it's like I remember in the 90s or something, they used to have what do they call it? Skip parties. So you would skip 2 classes, right? Your 2 afternoon classes. You would skip 2 afternoon classes in high school, where you could go to a party with like a house party with all underage kids. You guys would have beer, liquor, and everything, and everybody would drink and have a party while skipping school. They called them skip parties. That was big in the States. In the States, that was big. Skip parties were big in the States. But anyways, but there you go. Now I got content to talk about, right? You know what? I'm gonna start a new video because this content is kind of different than the one than what was going on. So I'll get back into it. Just give me a second.